Hey guys, welcome back to my new video. This is the lecture number 3 of our C++ series. Thank you for your love and support. Please like, share and subscribe to your friends and family so they can achieve good C++ journey with us. In this lecture, we learn about C++ data types and many more things. So let's begin. So basically there are three types of data types: primary, derived and user defined. Primary are those data types which are already integrated in our C++ program. Derived data types are those data types which are derived from primary data types. And the user defined, as stated, are derived by the user or defined by the user. In primary data types, there are many more sub data types like integers, characters, boolean, floating point, double floating point, void, wide character. Some of these you might have listened before, but here we will learn about all these data types and its function. In derived data types, there are functions, arrays, pointers, reference and many more we will learn or cover in this lecture or upcoming lectures. And user defined data types are those like class, structure, union, enum, type difference. These all data types we learn in our upcoming lectures. First type of primary data type is integer data type. What is integer data types? As you all know, integer data types include integers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. Like for example, we have seen that we wrote int a equals to 4. This is an integer data type. Why it is called integer data type? Because our data in this is in type of integer. Now, what is the memory space allotted in a C++ program for the integer data type? Always remember, it is of 4 bytes. And as you know, 4 bytes are equals to 8 into 4, that is 32 bits. As we know, 1 byte is equals to 4 bit. Okay. Now, what are bytes and bits? Let's suppose, so for your reference, I have used a diagram for you all. Please pay attention here. तो ये पूरा ये सिस्टम है जो मैंने एक डायग्राम बनाया है, इसको आप एक बाइट की तरह समझे. ये एक पूरा बाइट है, 1 बाइट, और इसके अंदर जो स्मॉल बॉक्सेस जो मैंने बनाए हैं उसको आप 1 बिट मानिए, जिसके अंदर वैल्यूज 0 और 1 बस स्टोर हो सकती हैं, क्योंकि ये कंप्यूटर लैंग्वेज है. कंप्यूटर हमेशा 0 और 1 में लैंग्वेज रीड करता है. ठीक है. अब व्हाट इज बाइट? बाइट is the multiple of 8 of the smallest unit of storage. As you know, 1 byte is equals to 8 bits, and 1 bit is smallest unit of storage. ओके अगर आपको किसी की भी बाइट्स बिट कन्वर्ट करना है, फॉर से हमने लिया 4 byte, अब वी हैव टू कन्वर्ट इनटू बिट, so you don't have to do any big calculation, just write it as 2 raised to the power 8 into multiple of the byte given. Here we have given 4, so we will write this to 2 into multiple of 32. So the storage inside the bit is 2 raised to power 22, because in one bit we store two values 0 and 1, that's why we raised it to the power of 2. This is the value storage in one bit. From here we can derive one formula that n byte is equals to 2h to the power 4 bit storage. Note this, it's not a bit, it's bit storage. Okay, next proceed to our next data type, which is character data type. In character data type we use characters like A, B, C and so on. Its character data type is of 1 byte. Okay, next boolean data type. boolean data types में हम हमेशा ट्रू या फॉल्स ही बस लिखते हैं. अगर स्टेटमेंट ट्रू है तो वैल्यू हमें 1 देगा, और अगर स्टेटमेंट फॉल्स है तो ये 0 देगा. बूलियन डेटा टाइप अगेन 1 बाइट का होता है. नाउ फ्लोटिंग डेटा टाइप. फ्लोटिंग डेटा टाइप्स में हम डेसिमल या एक्सपोनेंशियल वैल्यूज लेते हैं. जैसे इसका सिंटैक्स है float rate equals to 5.34. हम फ्लोटिंग डेटा टाइप्स में अप टू 7 डेसिमल प्लेसेस ले सकते हैं. Again it's of 4 bytes, like as we see in integer data type. Okay, now double floating, as the name states, it's the double of the floating data type. Here we can store up to 15 decimal places. It's of 8 byte, double of the floating byte. It's the syntax we use here is double rate in our value up to 15 decimal places. Now what is void data type? Void data types is, as we have studied in our previous classes in SST, that void, null and void statement. It only means, here it also means null or nothing. The syntax here we use is void function name parameters then our code inside the curly brackets. इसका मतलब क्या है? अगर मैंने फंक्शन void फंक्शन लिया है, अगर मैं पहले int में ले रहा था तो मेरा डेटा टाइप इंटीजर में था, तो हमें रिटर्न 0 लेना पड़ रहा था कोड एंड करने के लिए। लेकिन मैंने अगर फंक्शन में void लिया है तो मैं यहाँ रिटर्न कुछ नहीं लेना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हमारा रिटर्न नल और नथिंग है। अगर मैं कंप्यूटर से एक ऐसा टास्क परफॉर्म करना चाहता हूँ जिससे कंप्यूटर हमें कुछ रिटर्न ना दे, तो उसके लिए हम void फंक्शन यूज़ करते हैं। नाउ वाइड कैरेक्टर डेटा टाइप। वाइड कैरेक्टर डेटा टाइप क्या है? पहले तो हम इसकी मेमोरी स्पेस जान लेते हैं। ये 2 बाइट की होती है। अगेन यू नो 1 बाइट इट्स ऑफ 8 बिट्स, तो इट्स ऑफ 16 बिट्स एंड 16 बिट्स का डबल या अपन ले लें 2⁸ into 2 is 2⁻16 bit storage. Okay, bit storage is nothing. From here we can see bit storage is nothing but 2 raised to the power number of bits, and number of bits is 8 into number of bytes. Okay, we have decoded our formula from back to forth. Now again back to our word data type, which is wide character data types. It is of 2 bytes. It is again same as character data types. Here we can use as many characters as we want. Okay, it's not nothing or special one. Now let's begin with the string data type. What is string data type? Now let us see what does this word string means. String is a collection of subsequent words like Mohan, Roy. The collection of subsequent words, letter or character or anything in a row is called string. Now syntax for using string data type is string name equals to boy. Okay, now it does not have a fixed size. Its size varies from function to function, and it's nothing more. Now let's begin toward the next topic, that is taking input from our user. Now in this lecture we will learn how to take input from user. In previous class we have learned about how to give an output. In this lecture we will learn how we can take input from our user and proceed our code. Now here you can see that as for taking or getting output we use cout greater sign, hello, and semicolon. Now for taking an output we will write cin smaller sign. We can write anything, just let's assume and character A, which is already defined in our code. Now we want to take an input from our user, so we will write C in A as our input. Now let us see a basic code to take input from the user. The basic lines outside this curly bracket I am not writing here so that we can adjust in one slide. So after curly bracket we will write int A. First we have to define what input is. Like if I am taking input A from the user, so first we have to define by writing int A. You can use character in place of int if you are taking parameter as a character. Here I am taking character integer as a parameter, so that's why I am writing int A. Then now as we have defined our character A, so I can take input easily without getting any error. Program will show an option to the user to input the value in A. Then if the user has given a value A, I commanded computer or C++ program to see out number of A dot dot curly bracket and A here, then end the line, then curly brackets. ठीक है, इसको हम अपने कोड में रन करके देखते हैं. Yeah, so here we are writing a code to take an input from the user. All the basic code I have already written here. We will write our code here. First we'll define an A as an integer. Now we will write C in syntax to take input from the user here. Now if user gives input, then C out number of A. Number of A will be our sentence which will be given as output, because we are using it in curly brackets, that's why it will be written as sentence, and after it we will write A. So the value which user entered will be appear after this sentence, and for ending a line we will use and else syntax. Now if we run our program, we will get a place to input. Now for suppose I input 4, so see number of A is 4. Okay, now if I want to define it more, I will first give an output to the user that input number of apples, and we will make it apples. Now here I have used another cout code before taking input from the user, that first he or she should get an output as input number of apple, then he or she will input apples, then our code will execute number of apples and the value he inputted. So if we run our code here, the output came as enter number of apple, I apple entered 100. See, the code executed successfully. So this was the basic code to take an input from the user. So based on our lecture 1 to 3, here are some of the MCQs you should try. So first MCQ says, what will be the output of the following code? So this is our code. We have to tell what output will it give when it is run on a C++ compiler. So here the function used is cout, in which it is written code >with >expert. So let me know in the comments what will come. code with expert with a space or without space. Here, the code with expert without space will execute it as an output because in our curly bracket there is no space given. That's why there will be the output without space. In this MCQs, it is asking that which of the following data type can store the longest decimal space. As we know, in Boolean data space, there are only true or false characters. In double, we can store up to 15 decimal places. In float, we can store up to 7 decimal places. And long is just a character data type. So our answer is double data type because in this we can store up to 15 decimal places. Now, next MCQs. MCQ number 3. Which of the following cannot be stored in character data type? Symbol, space, letter, string, or digit. In the common between these three is special symbols are dollar, star, dash, and many more. Letters are ABC, digits are 1, 2, 3. Here we can write characters in type of integers like here if we say character A equals to 18, so here 18 will not be an integer but taken as character, and as you know string is a collection of subsequent word, so a string cannot be stored in the character data type. That's why the answer of this MCQ is a string. Thank you guys for your love and support. This is our lecture 3, and tomorrow at same time 6 p.m. we will upload our lecture 4 and continue our journey of the C++ basic to advanced. Thank you. Like, subscribe and share this video to your friends and family so that they can also learn many big things from here. Thank you.